First of all, a warm welcome to Teach to Reach. We can't wait to meet you and network with you and learn with you. I'm going to show you in this tutorial everything you need to know to actually successfully participate in the best part of Teach to Reach, the networking. So step one is really to register. So let's start there. You go to the Hopin website. So that's the platform where Teach to Reach is going to take place. You may have already requested your invitation, but you now need to register. So this is step one. You will choose, unless you are bilingual, the English country-based health professionals option and click on continue. Next, you're going to put in your name and here your email. So I'm putting in mine. Don't copy what you see here. Put in your own name and email, of course. Click on register. And here you go. Now you get this big green check mark. If you see this, you're good to go. But you have to find now your ticket, which is really the magic link you will use to access Teach to Reach. So here you can see this is my personal Gmail, but I'm sharing it with you. You can see there are two messages. One says, thank you for registering, and the other says you're in. So you're in may sound like it's the right message. All it contains is a calendar link that will add the entire event, including the French sessions, to your calendar. So you can safely ignore that one. The one you want to focus on is the one that says, thank you for registering. This is the one. So you go to this one and you'll see here, you scroll down and you'll see there's a blue bar, a blue button called Enter Event. You click on that, and that will take you right to Teach to Reach. You don't need a password. You don't need to create an account. Now, if you already have a Hopin account, you can use that when you get your ticket. But most of you will simply be able to use this magic link is what we call it. So here you are. What can you do actually in Teach to Reach? So first of all, you're going to want to edit your profile. You can see there's a lot of information missing about me. So do upload your photo. It's important. Most of you don't have the connectivity to be sharing your webcam. So at least upload a photo so people can see what you look like, that you're an actual human being. Put in a headline. So this is just, who are you, your role, where you work, your organization. And then you can add your social profile. So LinkedIn profile, I would say, is most important. If you're on Twitter, that's fine. Hopin, I think you can safely ignore. So that's your profile. Next, go to the schedule. Now you can see there's stuff going on here. There's actually already people chatting ahead of the event. I'm going to push that out of the way now so that we can go look at the schedule. Now, the first thing you'll see there's all this stuff in French. So don't panic. There is the first half of the sessions in the morning if you're in Western Europe, in the afternoon if you're in India, in the middle of the night if you're in the Americas, is in French. And so you want to go to the little filter button here and click on the English tag. And now that will show you only the English sessions. So here I'm going to show you what's kind of neat, some of the things you can do. So it's a big block of time. You may not be able to attend everything or stay for the whole event. So you can actually choose which sessions you want to participate in and add them to your calendar and build your own mini program with just the sessions that you're interested in. So here, there are 3 things for each item. So first of all, here you see the time. You see where the event is taking place, in this case, on the stage. Then you see the event description, the language, and then really important are these 3 items. So first of all is the calendar. So if I want to participate in the warm-up, I'll click on Google Calendar, for example, and I'll be able to add just this particular event to my calendar. Second, I can add to my agenda. So this is within the conference platform. I can compose my own mini program. And then actually this little button, this little triangle is not obvious, not intuitive, but it's probably the most important one because it shows you the full description of the event. So here I want to be there for the warm-up at 1:30. Now you will see the time in your time zone, or at least the clock on your PC has a time zone set, so you'll see that. And then after that, you have the tutorial. So yes, I need help. I'm going to add the tutorial and save that. So let me just get these Google Calendars out of the way. I want to add this to my agenda. And then I also want to read, probably you should read first. And here you can see there are additional instructions, details, links that you can check out, such as the participants guide. If you haven't seen the participants guide, check it out. It's very, very useful. Has a lot to read, but a lot of information worth reading in order to really get the most out of the event. Now, what's happened is, if I go here, I open this side window, side panel again, and I'm going to go to my agenda. Obviously, I need to go to the 14th, and the 2 sessions that I've added now appear in my personal agenda. So at any time, I can go to my agenda and see what sessions I'm attending. For Teach to Reach, the focus is on networking. I'll come back to that later. But what you should do is really go through the program, read each one, add the sessions that you want to your calendar, and then add the ones you want to your agenda. Of course, there are even links to videos and other things you can watch. If you have time, you can do that. But really, the important thing is to really be clear what you want to add to your calendar, your work calendar, what you want to add to the agenda, which you'll see only when you're in the conference, and to really understand what each segment is going to be about. So I'm going to go here. So you'll see the main plenary is one point in time when you'll have to make a choice between from 3 to 4 p.m. The time will be different depending on your time zone. So you can find out the exact time by going to the platform. Will be taking place at the same time as networking session 1. And so you can see 3 to 4 p.m. here and 3 to 4 p.m. there. So you will have to make a decision. You can also go back and forth. You can sort of dip into the plenary and then go do a little bit of networking and then come back to the plenary. But I actually recommend that you stick to one, you stay in one place and really get the maximum benefit from that one place. So if I go now to the calendar, you can see to my agenda, you can see I've built up my own little program. So that's the first part. Right now, because the conference hasn't opened yet, you can't get to the stage or the sessions. I'm going to show you the People tab where and this really is the core of the event. You click on Join Now, and then it's really that simple. You'll click on Join. You'll have to add your devices. In my case, I don't have camera and mic hooked up to this, for this purpose, and that is where you'll start networking. The plenary sessions will take place on the stage, and then I'll also show you in a minute in the sessions. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch over to the admin account so that I can give you a sneak preview what Teach to Reach is going to look like starting on Friday morning. I'll see you there. Okay, here it is. I'm now giving you a preview because the conference hasn't opened yet. This is what you'll see when we open on Friday, on the event date. So here you can now see there is the stage is active. And here, if you go to the stage, you can actually see either recording or when something is live, see the actual live stream. You'll be able to tell when it's safe, it's live right now. That was a recording from the previous Teach to Reach. Now, here, if you want to see the full stage, like if you want to see really full screen, you just push this side panel out of the way. And then what's really neat is you can talk to with other participants who are also watching on the stage. There may be a poll. You could ask questions. And you want to be careful. There are actually 2 chats. There's a chat for the entire event. So you can see here there are already people who've been chatting with each other. And then there's a chat specifically for the stage. So that's the stage. That's where the plenaries will happen. So you can see when you go to your schedule, you can see here that when you see this icon, that means it's happening on the stage. Second are the sessions. So the sessions are basically open rooms. You can go and meet with other participants in a group. And you can see we have a number of rooms set up by country for specific countries. And then here we have the People tab, which is where you'll be doing the networking. So here you want to click on Join. You want to add probably more your microphone than your camera. But if you have good bandwidth, turn on your camera or just turn it on for a few seconds so you can see each other when you meet. There's a separate tutorial that really shows you how the networking works. Now, one very neat thing is when you go to the reception, you'll see for the entire event, you do have a directory of everyone in the conference. And you can actually say, I want to get in touch with Dr. Manisha Danan from India. Let me get myself out of the way here. I can invite Dr. Manisha to a video call. I can schedule a meeting, or I can send a message. So I'm going to send a message. Manisha, how are you? Okay, but this could be, a proposal to an invitation to ask her to meet, or just to inquire more about her work. As long as you stay respectful and keep in mind that this is a professional context, you should be okay. If you have any issues, there is a button to block the person and report the user. So we will be, we have a zero tolerance policy. So if there are any issues, now up here, finally, you'll see the general announcements. Do pay attention to these announcements. This will be orienting you where you should go from place to place. You may take a look at your direct messages. So for example, the conversation I started with Dr. Manisha Danan, you'll find there. And then there are also notifications, such as when you get a new message. Don't forget to fill in your profile. That's very important, your personal information. So here you can see the personal information has been filled in for the foundation. And then I think that's about it. The recommendation is to use Google Chrome and to keep only one window open. Now, most of the problems people have, one is poor connectivity. Second is they're not using Google Chrome. And third is because they have multiple windows open, and that gets the platform very confused. So keep only one window open, use Google Chrome, and you should be okay. Make sure you're connected to a good Wi-Fi, preferably, and have your microphone and webcam working. At least the microphone, that's the most important one. So that's it for Teach to Reach. Can't wait to see you. And thank you for coming, for joining, for this willingness and this commitment to meeting, networking, and learning together. See you there.